Welcome back. You're watching Brass Tacks. The Yogi government in Uttar Pradesh has slapped NSA against two individuals who burned the copy of Ramcharitmanas, sending a strong message from the government. Former minister in the Yogi cabinet and now SP leader, SP Maurya, has now kicked up a controversy by alleging that certain verses of Ramcharitmanas insult Dalits and OBC, demanding a ban on the much-revered text. He has also accused the Uttar Pradesh government of targeting him as he fights for the dignity of Dalits and OBCs. You also had the RJD leader and Bihar Education Minister Chandrasekhar targeting Ramcharitmanas, claiming that it spreads hatred. This has led to divisions in the coalition government in Bihar, where many JDU leaders have condemned the RJD Neta. What do all these statements indicate? Are parties like SP seeking a political revival with the already dated Mandal politics? The BJP in many ways has already rewritten the electoral grammar by successfully gaining votes from all sections, including the Dalits and the OBCs. Will this insult to Ramcharitmanas and an attempt to use religion for politics backfire? News18's editor-in-chief Rahul Joshi had an exclusive conversation with UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath on Sunday, where he slammed the opposition for insulting Ramcharitmanas. The Chief Minister further argued that any attempt to divide the society on the caste lines is bound to fall. Now listen in to this excerpt to this conversation and we dive into the debate next.
एक विवाद पिछले कुछ दिनों में, कुछ महीनों में जो चला है, वो है रामचरितमानस का विवाद, और ऑपोजिशन जो है इस पर काफी हावी है, इस पर चर्चा करती जा रही है। आपका क्या मत है इस पर? आप इसको कैसे देखते?
देखिए, जब भी उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर विकास के किसी बड़े प्रोजेक्ट को लेकर के, बड़ी योजना को लेकर के, बड़े कार्यक्रम को लेकर के हम लोग आते हैं, तो जिन लोगों ने विकास के बारे में कभी सोचा ही नहीं, जिनकी डेवलपमेंट की कोई सोच नहीं है, जो विकास नहीं बल्कि विभाजन पर विश्वास करते हैं, तो वे लोग इस प्रकार की कोई न कोई बयानबाजी अपना शुरू कर देते हैं। उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर ग्लोबल इन्वेस्टर समिट एक बड़ा आयोजन है, और इसके साथ ही G20 का समिट, यह उत्तर प्रदेश के लिए भी और देश के लिए भी एक अवसर है, जब वैश्विक मंच पर हम लोग अपनी छवि को, अपने सामर्थ्य को प्रस्तुत करने का एक अवसर हमें प्राप्त होगा। तो विकास और इस प्रकार के अवसर से ध्यान हटाने के लिए यह इस प्रकार की बयानबाजी है, इसके पीछे कोई अन्य हेतु नहीं है।
राजनीति में बैकवर्ड वोट्स को गैल्वेनाइज करने का एक ये तरीका भी हो सकता है।
देखिए, उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता बहुत विभाजन झेल चुकी है, और विभाजन के कारण पहचान का संकट भी देख चुकी है। उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता अब बार बार विभाजनकारी ताकतों को ठुकराई है। 14 में ठुकराया, 17 में ठुकराया, 19 में ठुकराया और 22 में भी जवाब दे चुकी है जी। इसलिए अब कोई गुंजाइश नहीं बची है। वो लोग कितना भी माथापच्ची कर लें, उसके लिए कोई गुंजाइश नहीं बची है।
योगी जी, मैं आपसे इस बारे में भी पिछली बार पहले भी चर्चा कर चुका हूं। मैंने आपसे सवाल किया था कि आपका मुसलमानों से क्या रिश्ता है। मैं उसी सवाल को थोड़ा आगे ले जाना चाहता हूं कि मुसलमानों को आप कैसे जोड़ेंगे अपने साथ। मोदी जी भी आजकल कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि जो है पासमानदा मुसलमानों को जो है अपने साथ जोड़ा जाए। ये भी गरीब वर्ग है, पिछड़ा हुआ वर्ग है, इसको भी अपने संग जोड़ा जाए। तो आप इनको कैसे जोड़ेंगे?
देखिए, किसी को जोड़ने के लिए व्यक्ति, जाति, मत और मजहब नहीं, बल्कि शासन की योजनाओं के माध्यम से उनके साथ सीधे संवाद का कार्यक्रम। और आज उत्तर प्रदेश की कानून व्यवस्था अच्छी हुई है, पर्व और त्योहार शांतिपूर्ण तरीके से मनाए जा रहे हैं। अगर हिंदुओं के शांतिपूर्ण तरीके से कार्यक्रम हो रहे हैं तो मुसलमानों को भी शांतिपूर्ण तरीके से हो रहे हैं। आज सुरक्षा का एहसास, अगर हिंदू बेटी सुरक्षित है तो मुस्लिम बेटी भी सुरक्षित है।
आरएसएस के मोहन भागवत जी ने कुछ दिनों पहले कहा था कि हिंदुस्तान में मुसलमानों को डर के रहने की जरूरत नहीं है, इस्लाम को यहाँ कोई थ्रेट भी नहीं है, मगर उनको अपना एटीट्यूड थोड़ा बदलना पड़ेगा। हम बड़े हैं, हम एक समय राजा थे, हम फिर से राजा बनना चाहते हैं, ये छोड़ना पड़ेगा। क्या आप इस बात से सहमत हैं?
हाँ, माननीय सरसंघ चालक जी ने जो बात कही है, एकदम सही परिप्रेक्ष्य में कही है। हमें तो भारतीय दृष्टिकोण को अपनाना पड़ेगा। अगर हम भारतीय सब हर नागरिक को जाति मत और मजहब से ऊपर उठ करके पहले अपने को एक भारतीय नागरिक मानना पड़ेगा अपने आप को। और भारत का दृष्टिकोण भी यही कहता है कि ये मेरा है, ये पराया है। ये तो छोटी बुद्धि के लोग करते हैं। विराट सोच वालों के लिए तो पूरी दुनिया ही एक परिवार है। तो सबको एक समग्र दृष्टि से देखने का प्रयास अगर हम करेंगे तो कहीं कोई विवाद ही नहीं होगा।
Well, by insulting Ramcharitmanas, why are sentiments being flared up and who will benefit from this politics? Taking this question to our guests who are joining us on the broadcast, Aditi Singh, who is the UP BJP MLA, is joining us on the broadcast. Vivek Silas, he is the spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, is also joining us on the broadcast. Lokesh Jindal, he is a Congress leader. And Tushar Gupta, who is a senior editor of the Swarajya magazine, continues to be with us on the show. Vivek ji, आपके पास सबसे पहले आऊंगी. Coming first to you. The kind of statements which are being made by certain leaders of the Samajwadi Party, the question that is being raised is that are you trying to divide the Hindu community along the caste lines? Something which may benefit the politics of Samajwadi Party and your prospects of future in the state of Uttar Pradesh. That's what your political opponents are saying. Please respond to that. Vivek ji.
Yes, ma'am. Very good evening, and to all the panelists, very good evening. Yes, ma'am. I was just listening to the Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath ji, what he was saying. Actually, I should say or suggest that Mr. Yogi Adityanath has no rights to say on Ramcharitmanas. I'll tell you why. There's a very strong reason behind it. There's a cabinet minister in Yogi ji's cabinet at present who said that Lord Ram is illegitimate. Illegitimate. He is not the child of Raja Dashrath, but instead he is a child of Singhi Rishi. That what was one of the worst remarks that has ever been made.
Vivek ji, can I make a request to you? Can I make a request to you? When we have debate on these very sensitive topics, which involve religious interests, sentiments and feelings of lakhs and crores of devotees in this country, I think while quoting anyone, we must be very careful as to who we are quoting, what is the content we are quoting, and is it likely to offend the religious sentiments of the viewers who are listening to this broadcast. So my request to all the panelists is that we will debate, we will openly discuss and talk about all the points, but I don't think any kind of sweeping comments, communally charged statement or a statement that is likely to evoke strong sentiments, adverse sentiments to the people who are watching this broadcast should be made. That's my appeal to all the panelists here on the broadcast. Vivek ji, go ahead. Why don't you talk about what the SP leader has said?
Yes, as far as the Samajwadi Party is concerned, we have full faith in Ramcharitmanas. We respect it, adore it and love it. But as far as, let me tell you, neither Swami Prasad Maurya nor Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath ji, neither our National President Akhilesh Yadav are the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. They are all human beings. Let me tell you first that. If we have any, neither Saint Tulsidas was the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. He was also a human being. Well, anyway, whatever he has predicted, written, or translated into the Ramcharitmanas, there are a few lines which we don't agree to. That is the thing. We are not. There's a difference, ma'am. Let me
what
tell you.
What do you have to say about the people who burnt Ramcharitmanas? उन लोगों के बारे में आपकी क्या राय है?
No, any religious text, be it the Ramcharitmanas or any other, holy text, we are just against it. You never know.
Can I also ask you another question? That there may be particular text in Ramcharitmanas, Tulsidas Ramcharitmanas, and anybody who has studied the Hindu religion or Sanatan religion or even Ramayan would know that there are various hundreds of oral traditions and variations of Ramayan that exist. This story for thousands of years has been told and told multiple times. So good that as a thinking individual, there are certain texts and verses that you don't agree with. But this targeted attack on one kind of religious scripture, does it show the kind of politics that Samajwadi Party stands for? Because I have not heard Samajwadi Party or any other political party in this country taking pot shots at any other religious text, barring the text of the Hindu religion.
No, actually, this is, what the Bharatiya Janata Party should reply. The Honorable Prime Minister, when he was in the Lok Sabha, what was he saying? This my minister belongs to this sect, my minister belongs to that sect. He's from the OBC, he's from the from the minority. Such things he spoke on the floor of the Lok Sabha. We all saw it. And during the elections, who said Ali Bajrang Bali, Shamshan Kabristan, these were all spoken by the Bharatiya Janata Party. And Yogi Adityanath also said that Lord Hanuman was a Dalit just to get votes. And when we were having a coalition and fighting against the Bharatiya Janata Party with the Bahujan Samaj Party, the same Chief Minister, the Honorable Chief Minister said, ये तो सांप और छछूंदर का गठबंधन है. तो अगर OBC और दलितों को if the Chief Minister says सांप और छछूंदर, should we raise the voice? We have to raise voice. And we have to stand for the OBC and the backward and
Aditi ji, I want you to come into the discussion. There are some allegations which are being made against the Chief Minister. Hi. It is being accused that it is in fact the BJP which is responsible for raking this kind of politics on the lines of religion. Respond to these allegations. Aditi Singh.
Firstly, I completely agree with my Chief Minister when he says that these are all just distraction tactics, given that we have a huge investor summit coming up. There's a global investor summit. For the first time, ministers and bureaucrats from our state were sent out not just to different cities in the country, but to different countries themselves to bring in investment, to try to just uplift and, for the upliftment and betterment of the state. Whilst this is going on, Swami Prasad Maurya ji is making all these very controversial statements about one of our most sacred texts. I don't understand. If you have an opinion, you state an opinion. I understand that.
Sure.
But what is the need of actually burning these texts? What is the point of why the drama around burning Ramcharitmanas, burning this sacred text and hurting religious sentiments? It's very, very obnoxious of them. It's very, very decisive politics. And end of the day, one must realize that, the people have spoken. The same gentleman, Swami Prasad Maurya ji, for the last 5 years of our government, he enjoyed all the perks of being a minister, a very powerful minister at that.
Sure.
His daughter is still a member of the Bharatiya Janata Party. If he's so against everything that the party stands for, if he's so principled, as he says, why has he not made his daughter resign? The Samajwadi Party talks about, they seem so conflicted in their own minds, in their own party, about where they stand. You're saying that you respect this text, you're saying that it's sacred for you, and then you're also promoting the same people. You must have, as you probably realize, as everyone did see, that a day or so after this very controversial remark, Swami Prasad Maurya was promoted within the party ranks and made a general secretary of the party.
Yeah.
So what message are you sending out? Are people just blindly, do you think people are not taking cognizance of the fact that you're actually promoting someone instead of reprimanding them or punishing them or, in fact, even sending them a show cause notice? You're promoting them. The message is very loud and clear that you are trying to, A, hurt religious sentiments, B, practice divisive politics, and it's very clear. It's just a diversion tactic. The Samajwadi Party is very, very scared of this huge event that is a global investor summit that all of us are very, very excited about. We put in a lot of work and energy into this.
But
and it's an
I think it goes beyond the narrative of the investor summit or the development narrative that the Chief Minister also spoke of. Tushar, coming to you. I don't think in today's day and age, any devout Hindu who knows about Sanatan Dharma will really back the caste system, any kind of caste discrimination. And more importantly, the constitution of this country is not based on any religious text. Caste-based discrimination, untouchability is an offense in this country that has already been outlawed. But the manner in which these potshots are taken at much revered Hindu texts in this country, what does it tell us about the politics of Samajwadi Party and various other, political parties, say like the RJD in the state of Bihar? Is this the return of Mandal versus the Kamandal politics, which is once again perhaps being engineered in the state of UP? At least that's the attempt which is being made.
I'll answer the second part first. Last year, Samajwadi Party suspended their student wing leader for supporting a former BJP spokesperson because she was doing the same thing the Samajwadi is doing today, interpreting a religious text. That's all. The problem was she was interpreting a religious text of a different religion, of which the Samajwadi depends upon for their votes. So what does it tell us, Anusha? It tells us that some opposition parties in India, starting with the Samajwadi, the RJD, even TMC for that matter, or Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi, they've given their leaders a free pass when it comes to hurting Hindu sentiments. Now, coming to the caste question, of course, the BJP has mastered the caste equation on the ground. It shows the way they are winning the election, one after the other. But the opposition parties now want to rake up this issue ahead of the Ram Mandir in 2024 and the national elections. Why they want to do it? Because they want to put the caste before the policy or the development as it suits their voting benefits. All they need to do is have the caste equation appease to the minority, which they do by insulting the Hindu sentiments at large. And that is what is going on. Would the Samajwadi dare to do this to any other religious text? They would not. They would instead call for criticism, call for investigation, or worse, suspend the leaders doing the same, which they did. But why does it happen when it comes to Hindu texts, scriptures? Everyone is a philosopher. Everyone wants to over-intellectualize. Why is not this, philosophical nature is there for other religions? Why?
And the most fascinating part is that unlike other religious laws, say the Sharia law, which is applicable in personal matters in this country, no part of Hindu law per se is the law of the land. It has been completely codified, reformed. There are constitutional provisions, fundamental rights that govern how the personal law codes are going to really operate in this country. Cutting across to the Congress leader Lokesh Jindal, who is also with us on the broadcast. Lokesh, how do you see this kind of politics, say from the Samajwadi Party or the RJD? The BJP says that because you don't have an answer to the development narrative, you're once again going to the old beaten narrative of the OBC versus the upper caste. You're once again trying to have some kind of divisions within the majority community so that your own political ambitions are satisfied.
Thank you, Anusha. Well, Anusha, if I talk about religion, it used to serve four important purposes. First was developing a system of ethics, morality, and civil laws. Second was social institutions like family, source of legitimacy that was political, and also a means of salvation for a common man. But in modern times, what happened? We did away with all other functions of religion, such as we had our own civil laws, UCC, we have a uniform civil code, we are heading towards a Hindu codified law. Social institutions are regulated by the government laws, and also the legitimization is done via elections, not via Rajya Abhishek. So religion is supposed to be restricted to the realm of salvation. But what is BJP doing? BJP has politicized the religion, it has sanskitized the society, and what has happened is it has dragged religion out of homes into the society at large.
How?
When
Give
you
me an
do
example.
that,
Give me an example.
The chief minister, who is basically heading a state from deriving itself from a secular constitution. He wears a Bhagwa cloth, openly supports a particular religion and its belief system.
So?
That is
the constitution.
No, one second. Let him make that argument, Tushar, let him make that argument. So, I want to logically deal with
that
this.
That is against the spirit of the constitution.
Okay. No, one second. One second. One second, we are going to halt right here. You quote me the provision of constitution that bars individual expression of religion.
No, I did not say that there is any bar on the individual's expression of religion.
The chief minister, despite being a constitutional functionary, has a right of individual expression of his religion. This is not a secularism like in countries. Yes. Do you know the first president of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, went ahead. No, listen to this. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first president of India, went ahead and attended the inauguration ceremony at the Somnath temple. He did that despite the objection coming in from Pandit Nehru, and he was still the first president of independent India. So don't try to spread this discourse that India's brand of secularism, it's not wrong. I am pretty certain of my facts, and more importantly, don't try to spread this entire narrative that India's brand of secularism is about.
Rajendra Prasad never believed in the Article 74 and Article 53.
India's brand of secularism is not about restricting individual faith or expression of individual faith. All right, let's move on. I believe, and I argue, Lokesh, that your entire argument is based on a flawed understanding of the Constitution. Nothing stops anybody in this country from wearing a tilak, from wearing a skull cap, from even wearing a hijab while you're holding a constitutional office. Nothing stops you from doing that. Tushar, coming back to you.
Anusha, it's rather ironical that Lokesh Jindal has a problem with Yogi Adityanath being proud about his religion, about being the head priest at the Gorakhpur Mutt, but has no answer to why Rahul Gandhi is running temple after temple just before the elections. If this is religion, bringing religion into politics, what is Rahul Gandhi doing there? See, this is the problem. Everyone wants to take the Hindu sentiments for a ride. If it's a Hindu chief minister, oh, he shouldn't be a practicing Hindu.
This is a kind of phobia. This is a kind of phobia which is often spread, that just because you express your religious identity, there's something intrinsically wrong with you. Vivek, I'm coming back to you. The kind of threadbare analysis which is done of Ramcharitmanas, wonderful it's done, and that is why Hindu religion is so reformist in its tendencies. Would any political party dare to do this kind of threadbare analysis of any other religious text in this country? Vivek?
Let me reply to Aditi first. She was saying that just because of the investor summit, we are creating such type of narrative in the society. The last time also we had a investor summit and a defense expo in Uttar Pradesh, and it badly backfired. There was a MOU of 4,40,000 crore rupees, and barely 39,000 crore rupees were invested. There was no substantial investment, ma'am. And first time in the history of Uttar Pradesh, the Uttar Pradesh Transport Corporation is in a loss of 200 crores under the regime of Yogi Adityanath. We can see what the dilapidated conditions of the ambulances and the police vehicle. And if we talk about
I'm sorry, gentlemen, I'm completely out of time. I have to call it a wrap. Aditi Singh, Tushar Gupta, Vivek Silas, Lokesh Jindal. Sir, I'm sorry, I'm completely out of time. We only hope that, yes, you have to talk about caste discrimination in this country. And perhaps religious texts which spoke about it, if somebody in their individual wisdom really believes so. But these kind of targeted attacks on any religious text is perhaps not welcome in Indian democracy. With that, it's a wrap. Thank you for watching.